Test, test. Hey there. What's up, YouTube? What's up, guys? It's Francis and David. Welcome to my channel and the program. I have been running some tests regarding digital marketing, and I believe digital marketing can really play a vital role to determine a business final outcome, a business success. So, considering that nowadays the marketing campaigns, marketing activities I have been conducting and carrying out on Gumtree, Australia, I've noticed a very disturbing and in the meantime intriguing. What should I call it? Should I either call it a symptom or a phenomenon? Once in fact, it should never actually surprise us that much if those free local classified ad sites will actually have a internal policy in place to restrict the maximum number of listings, the maximum number of free listings we can actually post on their websites. And what else? Perhaps it also disturbs me very much because that in fact actually will highly impede and restrict the future space for further growth, for more space to maneuver, such as in terms of the enterprise mobility and the enterprises or the business entities overall profitability. So when we actually do the entrepreneurs' jobs, that is characterized by involving ourselves with entrepreneurships, and sometimes we also have to involve ourselves to make ourselves engage with other potential entrepreneurs. And in the meantime, I imagine we have to consider each and every one of them a potential rival in business. And that can certainly include those classified ad sites where you usually tend to promote and market your products and services. So considering the fact they also have to make a profit, they also have to have internal mechanisms in place to ensure that we don't stripped away all their money or their opportunities to make money and all their customers. So they will do their very best. They will do their ultimate best to ensure that doesn't happen. They will have to do their ultimate best to ensure that our listings and posts there will not exceed their internally defined and predetermined or predefined threshold or parameters. Can you hear me straight? Allow me to repeat it. I call this internal mechanism as a terminology, which is called the threshold and parameters to restrict the maximum number of listings in order to ensure their platform's own profitability. So yeah, that sort of thing. I still have I still have no clear idea or picture on how this mechanism specifically works and how they actually predetermine those mission or business parameters. But I will try to find. I will try my utmost best to uncover and review these answers to you guys. So that you will not hit the same hurdles and shit as I did. What else? Yeah. So on the other hand, I've also been thinking of trying to develop more cost and effective and even completely free methods to market and promote your products and services. First of all, perhaps we need to, in fact, introduce multiple business processes. You know what? Yes, Gumtree Australia, in fact, it does really provides us a very cost effective or actually a very low cost or affordable type of online marketing platform to post your ads, to post your listings for sale, we have to just find ways to make ourselves never cease to take actions. So let's say once we run out of plans of actions, we will be out of the business, perhaps, and not just perhaps, but most likely, once your actions begin to stagnate, the growth of your business, so to speak, along with the profitability of the business entity itself, will also stagnate, or it will also cease to grow and cease to maintain its own positive cash flow. So what else? There has to be some other thing I wanted to mention and share with you guys. I have been wanting to share those things so eagerly with you guys, yet I just keep forgetting sometimes the most crucial, the most critical piece of information, intel. At last. So in order to prevent that from happening, perhaps it's always for the best that we type what we want to do, what we plan to do into a Microsoft Word document, or for more, let's say, for to ensure more, or to ensure better privacy and confidentiality, we can just simply write them down on several pieces of physical paper. Once you wrote them down, once you stick them to somewhere around your desk, or even your tables, or whatever, or some closets, perhaps you can simply try to stick them onto the closets, tables, right inside your living room. But let's not try. Let's not just paste or stick them onto somewhere inside or near your bedroom. To make sure it doesn't prevent you from getting some better sleep or hibernation. So in fact there's really a trade-off there. Which means we also need to consider and think about it thoroughly before we or lest we do anything rash. But just try to make or try to compile a list of actions and compile them into action plans or plans of actions. Perhaps it can also greatly help with your depression and anxiety problems. So I believe, because somewhere around last year, which was year October year 2017, I have managed to discover this kind of a dumb and a no-brainer method to actually keep ourselves going on the way to on the way of exodus, to escape the state of being too idle, too free, and in turn too depressed to do anything worthwhile or valuable. So more specifically, yes, how I plan to enhance my own Gumtree marketing scheme, or my own Gumtree marketing campaigns aftermath. Just like I said before, we need to set up several business processes, and that can include are not just limited to marketing and promotional processes. Let's say, allow me to ask you, what if, let's say, what if after a potential buyer or customer sees the listing posted on Gumtree, and yet he or she did not take any further action to actually pay you money for the products and services you are trying to offer to that person? We then have to take some further actions to make that happen. Indeed. So we just have to, let's say, in fact, what I'm trying to do here is to gather their contacts, such as their phone numbers, their emails, their and their online activities, and I tried to see some type of patterns of behaviors while they go online surfing the net, and somehow I believe once we figure out what he or she exactly wants or needs, we can turn that into our advantage, and we can actually make our sales attempt have better chance of success, don't you think? So I had I am trying to compile a list of their contacts, including their phone numbers, including their patterns of behaviors while they are online surfing the web. So yeah, so you can see that, as you can see it here, as long as we have some plans, as long as we have, as long as we have some plans, and as long as we have the, the invisible force to drive us moving forward, we will never get weary, bored, or depressed. Trust me, dude. Just try it once in a while during your lifetime, and I firmly believe you will begin to notice some positive changes that is about to occur to each and every one of you here. So anyway, guys, feel free to let me know what you think. Feel free to post your comments and critics below this video clip. I will try to do my best to reply to each and every one of them, though that's not exactly a promise. Still, I will do my best, to attend to your requests and needs. Yeah, thank you for watching and listening. I'm your host, Francis and Dead. Signing off. Stay blessed, stay faithful, and stay tuned. Cheers.